guys, welcome back. I am Rebecca. I'm going to be talking to you about gastric sleeve surgery. Whoa, this is a bit of a hot mess right now. That is fantabulous. All right. Anyway, I am going to talk to you today about the why. I think that's the biggest question usually I had, or other people would ask me. Only like 2 other people know that I'm getting this right now, but they want to know why. Why risk yourself? Why do that? Stuff like that. So this is probably going to be the longer of a lot of videos. So if you don't care, that's fine. It's going to talk about my personal journey, and then from there I'm going to answer some questions that I've been already gotten asked. So, all right. So I am a nurse. I am in my 30s. I just feel like most days I'm in my 60s. I've struggled with weight ever since I was a teenager, 13 or 14. I had to bulk up when I was in school because I was a huge basketball player. I played YBOA, USSSA, AAU. I played for my high school team, went to Disney, traveled around the United States. Yeah. So I was tall. I am tall. I am tall. I've been my height 5'11" since I was in 5th grade. So you can't really be a beanpool when you're playing competitively in basketball. Like, you kind of have to bulk up a little bit because otherwise you just get pushed around. So I used food as a way of comfort, even when I didn't really have to care about it, because I was a teenager and I knew that I could just go and burn it off after the game, do some wind sprints or whatever. So I didn't really care. So I didn't really have the established healthy habits, honestly. It was awful, actually, because you would just be done with a game and then they would, okay, we're going out to eat. Oh, where are we going? Oh, we're going to Wendy's. Oh, okay, that means it's gonna be fries and, a Frosty tonight. And like, it just wasn't healthy. I didn't have healthy habits. And then probably my junior or senior year of college, my weight was starting to catch up with me. And that was around the time that, let's see, I was an EMT, I was finishing LPN school, I worked 2 to 3 jobs, mostly night shift. That's all you could do, and it made more money, so that's why I did it. I just, ate whatever I could find. Half the time I wasn't even hungry, but I was just stressed. So I went into the break room and just to get like 5, just to take a minute, I would chow down on something that the snack was in there or whatever. They always have snacks. That is the other thing. Literally every day at the hospital, and this sounds like I'm being ungrateful, but I'm not trying to be, but we have so many potlucks, birthdays, just baby showers, just an excuse to bring food. It's Thursday, we're bringing food. So there's always food in the break room, like all the time. And usually none of it is healthy. Usually it's like, I don't know, donuts or something. But it was always terrible for you. Then I finished nursing school and I was gearing towards marriage and planning a wedding. And I remember trying on a wedding dress for the first time, and I looked horrendous. I could not believe the person I saw in the mirror. It was not me. It was awful. Talk about one of the most embarrassing moments of your life. And I know everybody has their own. I'm not trying to compete, but I'm like, there is no way I am wearing this wedding dress. Like, I couldn't fit in anything. It was bad. Sorry. So I went home, broke down in tears, and because I looked gigantic, but I still felt like I was me. Yeah. So I wanted to look pretty. And I know that everyone has their different way of saying they look pretty. Whether, beauty's on the inside, it is to a certain extent. But when you have certain things in your life that is going to be around, oh my gosh, that is going to be around forever, okay? So your wedding photos, your high school prom, those photos. Like, I want to be able to show my kids, and I don't want my kids to be embarrassed by their mother. I don't have kids yet. This is literally a fear I have. I don't even have children yet. All I have is 7 adorable nieces and nephews. So anyway, I remember from that I went on to a diet called the Ideal Protein Diet. I lost about 55 pounds in 7 months, and I remember I couldn't quite make it under the 200-pounder mark, or Wonderland as they like to call it, but that was okay. It was for me, my brain was like, that's okay, because you've lost a lot of weight, and you know what, honestly, you look a lot better, and you could I fit into every single bit of that wedding dress. If anything, it was a little bit loose up here, and I had to tuck it all up. Anyway, so I was like, okay, I'm starting nursing, and I worked 6 12-hour shifts to pay the bills, because at the time my ex-husband only made $1,000 every other week, and he wanted, not to go off of my ex, but he wanted to live in a house where the rent was $1,750 a month. So mathematically, yeah, I'm gonna have to be the one to step it up and get the extra shifts, since there's always extra shifts in nursing, because we're always short in nursing. So I ate whether or not I was hungry, just in case. I ate just in case I would get hungry during shift, because there are days, especially when you're starting off as a new nurse, this is years ago, mind you, but there are days when you don't get to pee, you don't get a break, okay? So a lot of nurses, it's awful, but they eat before they are hungry. They eat before work, because they know that they're not gonna be able to eat. They're not gonna get a break. So, life. Anyway, so I did that. I was cooking for him, cooking for me. Second year of marriage, and I gained everything back, plus a little bit more. One day I was going to work, and I got a text message as I was arriving at work from my ex-husband, telling me that he was leaving. I broke down, went home, talked to him. I was like, why do you want to leave? And he told me it was because I was too fat and too ugly, and he hated my job. It gave him PTSD. and he wanted to pursue other women. There's your key right there. Okay. So, looking back on it, you know, you can always point out your red flags, but when you're actually in the moment, you don't see them. I mean, come on. So, that's when that's what broke me. Probably having somebody, that's what broke me the first time. I mean, I have been fat shamed in my life, but someone telling me that he's leaving me and can't do this anymore because he can't even stand the sight of me after the amount of hours I was putting in for us. I mean, I was just broken. I spiraled for several months, drank too much, ate too much, contemplated if the world would be better off without me. It got real dark. I eventually picked myself up with my help of my friends and my family and just ran. I ran for 2 to 3 times a day. And I'll tell you this, my sister, she probably doesn't even know it, but that's okay. For one of my birthdays, she gave me these 2 CDs, okay? So even though CDs was out of style, okay, my sister burnt 2 CDs. And for anybody who doesn't know what the term burnt 2 CDs, just Google it. I'm not even going to explain it to you. And on those CDs were tracks, and it was awesome because those tracks were all about man hating. And it just healed a little bit. So every day that I went out and ran, I would put in my headphones and I would just channel into this man hate mode. And I would just, it wasn't men like the whole world necessarily. It was just stupid men. Men who are cheating, men who are just being dumb in life, okay? It was, all my anger was towards them. And I would just run and sing on the top of my lungs. And whew, that was therapeutic. Anyway, so I ran 2 or 3 times a day and just got all my hatred out. Even people at work came up to me and asked if I was cheating on my weight loss, and that was funny. So there was this girl who came up to me at work and she's like, "Oh, you're losing weight." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks. Like, I'm not friends with her or anything." And she goes, "Well, did you do it like the hard way, or are you like cheating?" And I was like, "What's cheating?" I have a question. What's cheating? And she's like, "Did you get surgery?" And I was like, well, I never really considered that to be cheating, but no, I was just running, and I'm also going through a divorce, so back off. Like, none of your business. It's nobody's business. Your business is your business. It's not everybody's business unless you ask it to be. Anyway, so I just don't let my problems catch up with me. And then I met my fiance and I started, gaining again because I was happy, and he was a firefighter, and so he would eat all the time and not gain a pound because his metabolism was cranking, and he had like disorder anyway or something. But anyway, so like that's not even, he's like, "You only ate 1 piece of pizza." And I'm like, "Was I supposed to eat more?" He's like, it's fine, just eat another piece. And I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to eat more. like I don't know. So it was just, I couldn't keep up with him. I didn't want to. And then when you would take a picture of us, I think pictures are like really my thing, but we would just look so awful together. I mean, I would be like this and he would be like this, like just thin. And I'm like, no. Like, I mean, I loved him. We had been friends for like 29 years. So I was like, okay, you know, I'll lose it. I'll just dig deep, do it again, you know, whatever. So he ended up going for he just ended up going for another girl. Yeah, I have great luck. And he broke off our wedding, telling me it was a mistake and that he lied to me and he lied about loving me. And awesome. So here I am, 2 for 2, you know, living my best life, and I got depressed again, because that's what happens. Okay, it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Tell me this: when you have to go to work every single day, pretty much, and you have to help someone, you have to clean someone, you have to help them use the bathroom, you have to hold a daughter who just lost her mom, you have to hold a parent who just lost their child, you have to do so many things, hold somebody and let somebody talk at you who just got diagnosed with cancer, and she didn't know, and she just was all by herself because her family was busy and she didn't want to bother them. You deal with sexual abuse, you deal with so many things every day. You cannot let your own stupid crap going on in your life get in the way of helping your patient. You can't. So you put it on a back burner. You just let it hang over there. And you go forward. That's all you can do. So I gained weight. I got depressed. So I was like, oh, I want to lose this weight. And I had done stuff in the past. I had done, if any of you know what Ally is, my mom had me doing that like when I was like 14 years old. And it's awful. I did not want to do that again. I did Weight Watchers for a while. I did the B12 shots. I went to a weight loss clinic. I could usually get no more than like 40 pounds, and then I would just plateau for months to a year to plus. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, just so frustrated with it. I mean, so doing my own thing, and I met my current husband. Don't worry. This one stays. We get married April of 2020. So we're coming up on our first year. And it's been great. But 2020 was a struggle. Because I mean, we've been quarantined, we've been ordering food so much more than we used to. We both gained weight, which, you know, it sucks because we love doing stuff. Like, We love traveling. We've been to Ireland and Canada and Costa Rica and England. Like, we love traveling. And we want to do more. But I hated going on a plane. I hated squishing onto those seats of the plane. And so my husband and I, we talked about it and we got a Peloton. And I was like, yes. Well, first we did the carnivore diet with the Peloton. Because, why not? Why not just throw another diet in there? And then I love the Peloton. I did not realize how much I would love it so much. I was doing the Hamilton ride. I was doing the Disney rides. I love Disney. I know some summer haters don't care. Anyway, but it was December of this last year, 2020. I had an accident at work. I fell. I was helping a patient, and when I was falling, I twisted both of my knees, and I tore both of my meniscus, and I sprained my MCL too. So I had just kind of hit bottom, like really hard, because here I am, I'm overweight, and you're telling me I don't have knees now? I already got a bad back from improper body mechanics of lifting people every day. Been a nurse I've been in EMS since I was 18, so too long, and I could hardly move without being in so much pain. I still am not allowed to really work out yet, which sucks because I really, really want my Peloton back. So I would just get upset and I would eat. And I saw the doctor for my knees, my orthopedic. He gave me some cortisone shots. I've been doing my physical therapy. Physical therapy has helped a lot. I don't have as much pain anymore. I can bend. I can shift. I can walk upstairs. I mean, we're talking like I'm 30. I'm 31. I'll be 32 in April. I'm talking, I was nervous to get off the floor by myself because I couldn't do it. Because my knees would not let me do it. Okay? So, yeah. I had a problem. So I had to do something about it. And my solution, which I had been thinking about, I knew a couple other people who had the gastric sleeve surgery. My solution was to get the gastric sleeve surgery. And so I went to Dr. Huguenot at Bay Area Surgical. Highly recommend. I haven't even had the surgery yet, and I recommend them because they are just so supportive and professional. All I could think of was the anxiety I had for my very first appointment. Like, here I am. I am ashamed. I'm just going to be made fun of. They're just going to tell me, oh, you have to do this and this and this. You don't really need the sleeve. You just need to have more discipline. Okay. Well, I do probably need more discipline. I understand that. But they said none of that. Okay. Hannah, who works there, is amazing. She's answered so many questions for me, And she has a Facebook group of people who are going through similar stuff, and she is constantly just pushing you and letting you know it's okay, and that, you know, okay, this is your next step, okay, you have this. And, you know, she goes through what it is and whatnot for you, and you just feel comfortable, you just feel more at peace after it, and you're like, okay, I can do this. So right now, where I am in my life, I know my husband tells me, he's such a good guy, he is. He's like, you know, you're beautiful no matter what, and I love you. That's nice. I don't see myself as that, and I'm glad he does, but it's hard when you don't see yourself as it. And let me tell you, I know it doesn't look like it now because I got post-shower hair and I have a red nose from trying not to bawl on the screen, but I can turn it up, okay? I can put on the makeup, I can put on everything, but there comes a point where I'm now missing out on things that I want to do, and that's not okay. I want to be, like I said, I want to be a role model for my future kids. I don't want to be an embarrassment. I don't want to be a burden on people. I just want to not be the fat girl. And I want to be able to do this now because I don't want any comorbidities in my life. I don't have anything. I don't take medication for anything. The only thing that I have that's my past medical history is polycystic ovarian syndrome, which, that's why you gain weight. Yeah, that's a reason, metabolically and hormonally, why you can gain more weight. It's still not the reason. I mean, ultimately, you gotta blame the person, which is me. You gotta take your fault. So that's what I'm here. That's what I'm doing. All right. That is my why. I am gonna go clean my face now, because y'all made me cry. I'm just kidding. But you know, I hope this was helpful. As always, if you like the video, like, subscribe, ding that bell, bing, and then, you know, just make sure you know your why. I know mine, but know yours. Know your story. Share your story, because I have found that it's easier to come to peace with this, and it's easier to put that stuff in the past when you talk about it. And you know what? If you don't want to hear me say it, that's fine. Skip. Go on to the next one. All right? Anyway, thank you all for being here. Love you. Just go ahead, look at some of my other videos, and I hope they help. For now, be strong, be brave, be beautiful, and just be you. All right? Bye, guys.